Welcome back to Craven Cars once again, and we have, of course, another installment for the World of the 60th annual World of Wheels here in Kansas City. That happened at the Kansas City Convention Center. Some of you may know it as Bartle Hall. So if you're not from around here, you may have been here when it was Bartle Hall, and they left and they changed the name on you, and they all screwed up, and you don't know what's going on, and everything's just, why do I even try? Well, it's what they do. They change stuff. They do things like that all the time. But anyways, we are back because we've got more content for you. We've got more cool stuff that we did not have room to put in the previous video. We got a really cool series of World of Wheels stuff going on here. So just keep up to date and everything would be great. And but this time we set up and had a couple little short interviews with a good handful of people of owners of their cars and some of the builders themselves. So kind of a behind-the-scenes interview of the cars with the builders and the owners. We will hopefully catch some other people next time, and we've got a lot more shows yet coming up this year anyways, so this isn't the only thing we're doing. So stick around and stay tuned for these interviews. They are fantastic. We do get some more detailed shots of some of the cars that we did talk about, more so than was in the previous video. And yeah, sit back, enjoy. So this is something a little different we're looking at. Jimmy has built another wonderful car, but it's a convertible. Everybody's seen a convertible. Everybody's seen a chopped car, but have you seen a chopped convertible car? We want to talk to the builder here for just a second. Jimmy, right?
Jimmy.
Okay. And do you want to sport anything else, your shop or anything like that?
This is just my hobby.
That's right. We talked about that already. Cut.
Yeah.
Edit that part out. All right, we got another one of Jimmy's built. Now, we've seen some of your other stuff before. You had a black Charger.
Black 70 Charger.
We had was it an F100?
F100 62 Ford unibody.
Nice, awesome green color. Love the green. And we've got that on some previous videos. We'll try to link down below so you guys can look at those too. And the thing is what we want to pull out. One of the things that immediately I saw how big the wheels were in the back. Low profile. 405s?
405s.
And that's when I saw how fat they were when I walked around the back of the car. I was like, those are the fattest, big low profile tires that I've ever seen in my life. I want you to see, look at the size of these wheels. I mean, those are huge, but that's only half of it, because look at this. Look at how fat they are. Those things are gigantic.
24 by 16.
24 by 16s,
high, 16 wide.
405 series tires. But the beauty that I think is more attractive, besides just the car being gorgeous, by the way, is you have a convertible that's been chopped.
It's been chopped down a little bit, yes.
I've never seen that before.
I had neither. So to make it all work in with the way the windshield was laid back, to make the top fit in the way it did, I had to take a little bit out of the top, which gives the top a little bit of a downward slope on the back.
So yeah, you got a downward slope. So you took how much off the back?
About an inch out of the back.
And then you had to take the windshield and lay it back. Okay. Well, man, it really gives it a really cool angle, and I'm glad you brought the car.
Well, thank you very much.
And
this one's been about a 2.5 year process.
Okay.
Finishing this up. When I started this car, pretty much cut everything away but the rear quarters. It's full frame car now, front to back, full frame underneath it.
Nice.
Everything from the quarters forward is all brand new stuff.
Cool.
So,
what kind of engine you got in this one?
That one's got a 540 cubic inch Ray Barton Hemi, produces 736 horsepower.
I love it. I love it. So, and I love seeing your builds, and I can't wait to see even the next one after that.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Jimmy. Something I do want to bring kind of up with a lot of these builds that are going on here at World of Wheels. You know, you got all these resto mods and these hot rods and these drag cars and a lot of really nice shops and stuff like that. But some of the thing I feel like that's kind of been lost is the garage builds. And when I say garage builds, I mean this build's an understatement of just being a build. This build is fantastically done, but just out of the garage, not some big, huge, giant workshop resto type of place. Now, I'm going to speak with the owner of this car, right? Introduce yourself and tell me what you have here.
I'm Mike Burns. Got a '69 Camaro. All tube chassis. The chassis was done at Jake's Fabrication, but other than that, it came back to my house, and that's where it was built.
And what now? Basically, so built like, the engine got put in it. A lot of the little finishes got done with it. The paint too, right?
The body work, we did all the body work at my house. My friend Kendall come over on Sunday, and we'd work on it together, and I'd have a chore list to finish the next week, and he'd come check on me again, and then he'd spray some more primer on. I'd get another list, and the only time it really left is we did go take it down to Warsaw to his friend's shop, which was basically just a bigger version of a garage to paint it. It wasn't a spray booth. It was just like a 3.5 car garage instead of mine.
So basically, it really has still this is kind of down to like old school building hot rod kind of stuff right here.
Yeah, exactly. I had a couple good buddies that would come over every now and then when they had free time, and they would, okay, what are we going to do today? And we try to knock out something on the car, and and I'd work on it through the week after work and everything, and and sometimes it got hairy. You're trying to order parts, get the right parts, and you never know. So.
Well, you got it here on time. That was kind of a worry, right? Because basically this is where it's at right now, but just before the show, right?
Right. Literally 3:30 in the morning on Wednesday, I was polishing valve covers. And I was Friday morning still putting the window net in the car, and and seat belts went in Friday morning. So I'm still bringing boxes in and all that, and there's still a little bit left to do, but it's here.
Nice. I'm glad to see it here. I'm hoping I get a chance to actually see it run, because this is not just a car to be built to go to a show. This is a car to built to run, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, you're going to drive this car.
It will drive. I will do. My next plan for the car is to get all the loose ends tied up, and it will be at a streetcar takeover April 11th, running, driving, everything, and after that, then we'll start shaking it down at the local drag strips and getting it lined out, and we'll see what happens.
Now, though, what everybody's going to want to know is what's under the hood.
Traditional big block. It's 496. I can go JJ the boss on you and tell you it's a 3/4 race cam. It's big. Lots of compression.
Lots of compression. Now that was one of the things. I think you were telling me about this the other day. What is the compression of this?
It's almost 15 to 1.
Man, out of a big block too.
Yeah. We're going to shake it down this way. We're going to add some nitrous to it after we get it going right. So it'll always be improving. We'll see what it does.
Now, power before nitrous. What's it? What are you aiming for now, or where do you think it's at now, or do you know?
It's probably just under 1,000 now, and hopefully we can make it live happy with 1,700 horse with the nitrous.
Wow, 67. Okay, that's for all you number guys. That's me too. That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's some big stuff.
Well, the transmission should hold it. It's got a full reed transmission in it and everything.
Oh, nice,
so
nice.
It should hold it.
And hopefully, you got some big meats on the back of this thing, and I understand all why, because of the power you're gonna have in this thing. So.
Yeah. It had small tires when I got it, and it had this motor a little different configured, and I took it down the street, and the small tires just weren't going to work. So it went big tire really quick.
Yeah, nice. All right. Nice. I'm hoping I plan on being at the streetcar takeover. I'm hoping I get a chance to get your car running, so I can hear some rumble, get some cool audio with that, and I'm hoping at some local places I can catch this thing, go down the strip. That'd be really nice.
Oh, you will. You're more than welcome. You have open invitation anytime you want. Like I said, I am very proud of it. I didn't expect this. It went, way better than planned.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Mike. Is there anyone you want to give a shout out to for the help, the build of this car?
Kendall Rupert. He painted it. I can't thank him enough. Jake's Performance Fabrication did the chassis. They also handmade all the carbon fiber in the car. Todd Meschmeyer helps me out on the engines. So, those are the three people that mainly help me out, and that's about all I got.
And besides some of your own elbow grease yourself?
Lots of elbow grease.
We have a really nice car here. I'm glad you brought it. I'm glad we got something to show. And thank you very much.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I got a microphone in my hand. I can't shake. I need to figure this thing out a little bit.
Yeah.
What I want to do is I want to show and talk to the person responsible for putting this car up. And the reason I want to bring this car up so much, not the fact that I am a Porsche fan, but the fact it is a Porsche. It's not another domestic muscle car resto modded deal, which, don't get me wrong, there's a ton of really awesome cars here, and we've shot plenty of those. But I want to talk to the owner, the person responsible for building this, the one who put this together. And please introduce yourself, sir.
Hi, my name is Mike Marshall. I run my own little company, MMA, Mike Marshall Auto. I've known Mr. Newton for well over 25 years. He came to me in 2015, and prior, before we started this car was a SCCA HSR vintage race car, road race car that he raced. Then he parked it. We built him a purpose-built 73, 74 RSR clone that he raced for HSR for up to 7 years before he parked the car. And now, unfortunately, Mr. Newton's at almost 80 years old, and he's enjoying his life as best he can.
And this car here that you brought, it's a 62? Is that right?
62B Coupe, and we call it an outlaw because it's not built as though Porsche built it. We built it as though it was what Mr. Newton wanted the car to be.
Now, what changes did you make to this over what it kind of was originally? Now, originally it was a race car, basically, right?
Well, originally it was a street car, a standard B Coupe.
Okay.
Then in the mid-90s, he bought it as a purpose-built race car, drum brakes all the way around, a basic cage, and a hot 1600 motor. First thing we did, we stripped it all the way down to nothing, took it, stripped it, and then had all the rust work done and proceeding from there.
So what kind of power is something like this? What does this weigh? What kind of power does something like this?
With the driver in it, you're right at 1,900 pounds. You got roughly
That's
100.
light.
Yeah. Roughly 135 horse.
Okay.
It's got a short gearbox in it, so it's really, really quick on the RPMs.
Got it.
We can roll down the highway with the short tires and the short gearbox at about 4,400 RPM at 90 miles an hour.
Okay.
So it's relatively tight still. If we
keeps it in the power band real
well.
all that
Oh yeah.
kind of stuff.
This thing gets song at 4,500 will pull like you'd never believe.
Well, anything that I've ever experienced when it comes to Porsche, you may say it's one power, but it feels faster than the power it is.
Yeah.
The way these things use their power, I just feel like they rev so nice. The power band stays in there. It's just what Porsche does good.
That's what Porsche is about, keeping your power band and your speed together, matching revs and making it happen. It's fun.
And of course having the old air-cooled, and this is still air-cooled, right?
Air-cooled, it's a 1720, 1600 with big bore kit, stock pistons with 912 rods. Our stock dimension, let me back up. It's a stock connecting rod, stock crankshaft with a bore of 86.5 millimeter to get the 1720.
I got you. Okay.
Weber carburetors with some really good 40 millimeter valves and a good set of ported heads.
Well, it is a beautiful build. It is stunning, and you deserve the first place that this car got today in its class.
Thank you. Appreciate everything Mr. Newton's done for me.
Yep. Mr. Newton, you want to wave? There's Mr. Newton. Thank you, Mr. Newton, for bringing this car and for getting with this guy to build it to begin with, because I couldn't be here talking about it and enjoying it without you guys.
Thank you very much.
All right. Appreciate it, Mike.
Not a problem, dude.
But this is going to be a semi-dream to sit in one of these.
Go for it.
This beautiful. So thank you once again. Thank you. He's not listening to me. That's okay. Okay. Let's see what. Okay, I actually got to do head first. Do you do really?
Like
just...
I said, I put my butt right there.
Oh, okay.
Roll my head in and roll into the seat.
All right.
Bring your head down.
All right. Let's see. Okay. Let me adjust some. Let me see if I can get it a little bit brighter in here. Okay. Wow. Wow. Look at the headroom. Look at the headroom. I'm in a 1962 Porsche. I've got way more. Look at all the room I got for my pedal. Look at this. So here I am. I mean, I know my knees are up. There I am with the pedals. I'm not having to drive with my foot to the side. I could actually have a little footrest, gas. Oh my goodness gracious. Look at these little chrono clocks. Look at this. Let me adjust that real quick. Look at that. Look how cool that is. Look at how vintage that is. Look at, that's just amazing stuff. This is an amazing. These seats too. These seats are so comfortable, and of course they're cushiony. And it really wasn't that difficult. I kind of made it a little bit more difficult having a duck and all that stuff to get in. But oh my God, is this the coolest freaking car that I've ever sat in the 60s car. I love this. This is bad to the bone. I don't really know what else to say except for, okay, I got a question. And I have a feel I've seen or heard this before, but I don't remember the gauges.
Yes.
With them being cocked to the left a little.
It gives you your driver ergonomics at speed. So when you're rolling down the highway at 4,000 and 5,000 RPM, you know where you're at, and you're in the speed range between 60 and 80. So they're right in the middle of the spokes. So if they was turned the other way, they wouldn't be as easy to be able to read.
Huh.
Just the driver's acquisitions while you're driving, making yourself comfortable. I mean, your ergonomics of your vehicle has got to suit you while you're in the car.
Wow, that's cool. So really, you know, who cares about this lower stuff because you're going to be
That's
up
right.
here.
You're always in the upper range. And
Just
a car
such simple things.
In a car like this, you know, it's not an everyday drive, and when you're driving it, you take it to the extreme.
Do you see how much headroom I still have in this car?
I know.
How much you can fit in here?
Yeah.
Remember I told you I got in that Cobra?
Yeah.
It was like,
It's godly. I've been
this
in a Cobra.
is-
I know what you're talking about. I've been
you
in race.
would think a car this old, and this is a small car to begin with,
Right.
wouldn't be this dang roomy inside. Did you do anything to the height of this car?
No.
So
Seats are a little bit lower.
Seats are a little bit lower, okay. But even still, if they're up a little bit more, I got like
Yeah.
that
You
much
got-
space.
yeah. Helmet room.
That's true. Helmet. That's it. Because
Helmet
Porsche
room.
was so into racing.
Bingo. Set you
Bam!
Lower, set you lower in the car, get the center of gravity lower in the car.
And it-
Anything above your head sucks for weight.
And that's why all MGs are convertibles. Okay. Anyways, this is very cool. This is very cool. I want to show you the dash I was telling you about with the gauges being kind of cockeyed. You see that? See how they're a little bit counterclockwise, a little bit, you know, that way? Because you want to be here, so why not keep it where you can see it the best in your speeds? I see what he was saying, and that is absolute brilliance. I love it. And unfortunately, I have to get out of the car now because it's not mine. So, thank you once again for building such awesome machines.
Well, I pulled 7 of them out of the woodwork in the last 3 years in the general Kansas City area. One of them was sitting a total of 43 years.
Oh,
Was
wow.
brought over by the client in 1968 in a belly of a TWA airplane. They drove it until 77 when the clutch went out, and it was parked from 77 until 3 years ago. I brought it out of their garage, mechanically restored it. Now I've got it for sale.
Oh, wow.
So, anybody looking for a Cabriolet?
Yeah, anybody looking for it? Go to
Cabriolet, 1965, red, black interior, Cabriolet, 110,000 down the road, guaranteed ride. I'll drive it anywhere.
Don't worry, this is getting posted with the video, so
Great,
people can see that
great.
too. And they get a hold of who?
Mike Marshall Auto.
There you go. Mike Marshall Auto. Thank you for holding that.
Thank you, Corey. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you, sir.
I could take this out all day, drive it at 80 miles an hour, cruising on the highway, and it's a delight. It really is.
That's amazing. That's absolutely amazing that a machinery of this caliber can run with the best of them of today's cars.
Yeah.
For that reliability like that.
Right.
And running.
Oh yeah.
So.
Mike's built a great engine for this, and it's just a delight. It's really fun to drive.
I believe you, and once again, thank you. To be honest, that's a bucket list sitting in one of these cars as good as this looks. So
Yeah.
thank you for that,
Okay.
and thank you for bringing it, and thank you just for being around and being a car guy.
All right. Thank you.
All right, I've got someone here that I've got someone here I've kind of wanted to speak with for a long time. I've known about it for a long time. I've seen his builds for a long time. I've seen his cars. Larry Larson.
How are you?
How are you today?
Good.
All right. Now, everybody around here knows who you are. Everybody that I went to SEMA and everybody knew who you were. At least in the drag world, anyways.
Sounds like I'm getting old then.
It sounds like something, right? But you're doing good. You got more hair than I do.
Yeah, that's a good thing. And it's cheap.
That means something's going right because you're not having to pull your hair out, right?
I don't know about that.
Oh, okay. Now, what we got behind you, we got is it the Ats-V?
Yes.
Ats-V. Want to tell me a little bit about it? You don't need to go into super detail, just what's it got? What's kind of power? What are we doing?
Yeah, it's got a Proline 481X in it with just a big single 140 millimeter hard charger on the front of it.
Just 140 millimeter, whatever. So we're here with Larry Larson's Cadillac, and I don't know if any of you guys have seen this in person or not, but I have yet to have seen it, and now it's here. But I just want you to get an idea how big this turbo is. I'm a fairly decent sized person. Das Big Turbo, yes. 140 millimeter, I think. They don't really get a lot bigger than that. I mean, I know they can, and they do, but custom only. I mean, you got to get close, and basically, do you have to have an extra security force just to stand people back? Because it'll suck a human in that thing.
It would probably suck something in fairly small. I wouldn't doubt that.
So what's this thing? I mean, okay, so you've got your truck, right?
Yes.
Is this any better, quicker? Do you like it better in your truck? Anything?
They're comparable. It's been a little bit more of a handful than the truck was. I mean, it's been fast since we got it out, but in the same token, it hasn't been quite as consistent. So we've been working on that a little bit. We found some stuff towards the end of the year, and so hopefully this coming season will be a little better for us.
Well, good. Well, I'm hoping to catch some of it. I'm hoping to be at some events that you're there, too. I think that'd be really cool.
Yeah. If you haven't been to any, you need to come out.
Yeah, I definitely need to do that. Thank you for giving me just a little bit of time.
Sure.
I know you're busy. I know everybody wants to ask you these same kind of questions,
No
so I try to
problem.
keep it simple for you. But nice to meet you, Larry. Nice to have some time with you, and good luck out there this season.
Absolutely. See you there.
Right. Picked my favorite blue color, too, that GM has. It still opens. The door opens, still like a car. It's not completely drained. There's not a whole lot left inside, though, anymore. Okay, we're gonna attempt the, could be an impossible feat, but we're gonna do it anyways. What was your name, sir?
Wayne.
Wayne? Wayne, tell me your car.
It's a 289 FIA Shelby Cobra.
And if anybody know anything about Cobras, obviously you should if you're watching this channel. I'm gonna try to sit in one. And you're giving me the pleasure to do it. Thank you so much. I want to appreciate you ahead of time. Here goes. Don't touch the doors.
Yep.
I can
Hold
grab
the wheel.
I can grab the wheel.
And you can step on the seat, but put your butt there first.
I'm gonna try to do it without stepping on the seat. How about that? You have
Trust
to?
me, you have to. You won't make it.
Are you sure?
You can try.
Can I hold on to this?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that. I see the butt. I do have to put my butt there.
Where are your butts out there?
Where are your pedals
How
at?
high your knees are.
Where? Wow. Okay, what I didn't realize on these cars on how much the floorboards go soup. It starts this wide and goes really narrow real quick, doesn't it?
You don't step on the gas pedal straight.
Can we
Your foot is.
can we shut the door a little bit, see what it's like with the door shut? I guess there's not a whole lot of thank God the door's not this thick and it can go in a little bit because your leg can. Okay, so let's see if I got enough angle here on the. I'd say that's pretty snug. How tall are you?
5'9".
You're fine. How do you fit in it? You do okay? You like
Yeah,
it?
I do real well.
But is it still tight down there for you on your
Yes,
feet?
it's still tight. Yeah,
Wow.
Like I said, you only push the gas pedal with the side of your foot.
You're right. Oh my God, I can't even turn the.
You can't turn your foot enough.
I can't turn my. I don't care. I would still want to take one out for a ride. I don't care how difficult it'll be. It's a Cobra.
It's one of their new
When was this one? When was this one built?
2005.
Oh, see, I actually like these. I'm sorry, guys. I love the originals, but the reason is because you have better suspension in these, right? Better
No,
brakes.
it's exactly the same.
Oh, well then, I like it just as much as the originals. Your shifter's different though.
No, that's a 289 shifter.
So what are the?
What about those ones that are like angled way out?
427 car.
Oh,
289 Cobra.
so 289 shifters were like this
Straight up.
on all of them, right?
All of them.
And then it's the
The
427.
reason of the 427, the engine and transmission was much longer. So the shifter would come out here, back here, where you can't shift it. So that's why it moves forward, and you have it.
It's
with a
some
big
weird.
long stick, yeah.
Is it awkward?
No, because your hands up here, it's natural.
So it's still pretty good. You can still feel the
Yeah,
gears real well.
still feel
Okay,
the gears.
okay, okay.
'Cause I've never
This-
sat in one with the weird shifter.
Well,
I just like to see it.
obviously this was the idea of the 427 ones to put the biggest engine they can in the smallest platform.
Right.
Basically.
Right. We still try to do that today.
Obviously, I do kind of.
Yeah,
That's
if you
fine,
look
there's
down,
no-
Now you see how far your head sticks over. You'd get a bug.
Hold on. Windshield mount.
Yeah, you'd get a bug. He's about the right height for a bug.
But doing that probably reflects quite a bit of wind, though, doesn't it?
does prevent. So
Okay.
does this one. Otherwise,
Oh,
you
yep.
get that pounding in your ear.
So thank God for these, and this makes someone my height be able to sort of drive one of these, kinda. The seat's actually quite comfortable though. Now I gotta try to get out of the car. Let's see what happens then.
Or shall we start?
Hold on. I don't. Wow.
Clutch, brake, clutch, brake.
I don't want to push them in, but
You can.
my knee. Can I?
Yeah. You can push the clutch.
Oh my God, it's kind of a stiff clutch, isn't it? Are they all like that? Even the 427s?
Well, well, remember, they're all mechanical and hydraulic old
Oh.
equipment. There's no power assist anywhere on
So-
the brake or the.
Sometimes in the clutch, my knee comes up a little bit too much, and thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
This is a wonderful experience. All right, let's try to get out of the car now. This is going to be just as hilarious. Let's move my stupid large foot. I'm going to grab this.
Get your back up. There you go. Back on there.
All right, thank God for the bar. Thank God for the bar assist. And not to mention it's there to make sure you don't crush your head in if it ever flipped. That was awesome. Thank you, sir. What was your name again? I'm sorry.
Wayne Blair.
Wayne?
Nice to meet you.
Thank you so
Thanks
much.
Anytime.
And join us on Craven Cars on YouTube.
come to our
You can catch this little experience we just
Come
did.
to our autocross in May and I'll let you drive it.
Stay tuned for that.